It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and we'll see the only two teams to meet in the Super Bowl 3 different times. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers on Sunday night.
Well, the weather not fully cooperating here in Pittsburgh, but that has not stopped Steeler Nation from filling the stands at a rain-soaked Acrisure Stadium. Today, well, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Welcome again, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, and yes, the rain is falling now, and it is supposed to continue to fall throughout this game. So how do you think that will impact this contest?
Well, first and foremost, both quarterbacks are going to make sure the officials have those dry footballs coming in each and every play and standing over them sometimes with a towel before the center gets up there to snap it. Second thing is the focus of all the guys who handle the football. Do they wear gloves? Do they take them off? Will they carry the ball high and tight to make sure they have good ball security? That's paramount in a game like this.
The kicker, Brandon Aubrey, is out to get this one started. And with the terrible towels waving wildly, we are underway from Pittsburgh. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. As we take a peek at the Oklahoma State product, their quarterback, Mason Rudolph.
And when Mason Rudolph is on the field, sometimes the scouting reports have to be revised a little bit because often quarterbacks like to throw short to get a rhythm. For Mason Rudolph, he loves the deep fade and he loves the deep post pattern. Anything over the top, those are his favorite shots downfield, and that's what gets him comfortable.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And he's got some space here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
On 1st and 10, Rudolph. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Play action. It's Rudolph. Fires the out route and completes it to Harris. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. But he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man, it's Warren. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead, and he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. From the 50, it's Rudolph. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 35. 15 yards there on the catch and run. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Rudolph. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
Back to the air, Rudolph on 2nd down. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Rudolph going to throw again. And that will be incomplete as well. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's 1st down from the 42. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On play action, Prescott. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. Touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, 35 yards. And the Cowboys put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And they were at field goal range last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
They'll start the drive with Harris, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Rudolph. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Following the interception, here's Prescott. It's caught left side by Cooks. And out of bounds right around the 20. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
14. Steelers, nothing.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2nd and 9. Now run straight ahead with Warren. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now a 3rd and 6. Now it's Rudolph. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That's taken at around the 40. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ferguson. And he's brought down. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football, and that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
The tackle by Cole Holcomb. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do, and right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Prescott now on 2nd down. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now Prescott. That is caught. And they're going to have have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Prescott yet again. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. 21-0 our score after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it as we resume action. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And it hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On first down, it's Rudolph. He finds his man complete. It's Warren. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
Second down and 4. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability.
At the 26-yard line.
So from the 26-yard line, here's second down and a yard. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29. Off the play fake, Prescott. He'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Play action now, Prescott. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw there caught by Gallup. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. There's your co-NFL record holder, T.J. Watt, doing what he does best, terrorizing quarterbacks.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number one job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
A second down throw for Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jake Ferguson, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys continue to pull away here in this first half. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and it is 28-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Harris going to get it again on second down. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing on third down, here's Rudolph. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Rudolph's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 39. 11 yards for number 11.
And this offense has been a little slow to get going, but some signs of life here in this second quarter. They're moving it pretty good. And that helps the cause as well. Good yardage and another first down.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Down at the 35. It'll be 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Rudolph. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
Defense.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Rudolph looking to throw it. Quick completion here to Johnson. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
4-yard line.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Here's Rudolph. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Rudolph. He gets it left side to Johnson. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Here we go on 4th. Rudolph. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Pat Fryermuth. As the first half is winding down. And the Steelers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, you're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 28-7 ball game.
Steelers 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Second and 5. Here's Pollard again. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Now Prescott. He's letting it fly for Cooks. This is caught inside the 15. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, back to you two in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports Halftime Reports. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receivers. He brings out this offense.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought.
Now a dump off here complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. Well, they found him 8 times in that first half, and this is his first catch of quarter number 3. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. He'll get this to about the 38.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Second down, Pollard again. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
I think Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block.
On third down, it's Prescott. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Play action. It's Rudolph. Throw left side complete. That's Washington. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Steelers' 47-yard line.
Prescott to throw it. It's caught left side by Cooks. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game, and a 1st down on that last catch as well.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Prescott on 1st down. That's dumped off to Pollard. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll get this pretty close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 31. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play, because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Prescott. Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it with Pollard.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back can get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure he got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll run with Pollard.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in the play before with a smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And that has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense tough to run against, and those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the 2nd level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
And he will go down. A Cowboy sack.
Micah Parsons,
His 2nd sack of the night.
Well, I wish his staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the 4th quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I'd get the backups in there if it were me.
The Steelers send out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. 36 yards on the punt with no return.
From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receiver as he brings out this offense.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Prescott.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
Yeah, this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Prescott now.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down. Boy, that was a tough couple of yards to pick up, but they convert on 4th and 1.
Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Down inside the 40.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Here's 2nd and 7. A give to Pollard running left.
And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 32.
74 yards rushing for him now to this point.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart in points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
Rudolph.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That is caught at the 7. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard from 21 yards away.
And the Cowboys have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the fourth. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Steelers 7.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rudolph looking to throw.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Rudolph now to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Micah Parsons bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
But when this game is done, the credit will go to the consistent pressure on the quarterback as a huge cause of this win. Most teams are happy if they get a few of these games per year. You know they're going to watch this tape over and over, try to identify what's working, and keep it going.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense.
So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 86 yards on the ground here for Pollard. This is a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, He's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
Pollard will take it up the gut.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. They'll run left with Pollard. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
And that is no good. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this 4th quarter deficit.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Rudolph loses the football. It's out.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Pollard gets it off the option.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
But that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
The Steelers ready for their next possession. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because They're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
Rudolph's throw complete to Freiermuth.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The result, a first down as a quick slant gets him 14. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder what plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
2nd and 7.
Again, it's Rudolph.
Got his man. It's Warren.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the 50, it's Rudolph.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say, forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the first down.
On first down, it's Rudolph.
Again, it's Johnson. Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.